Are you ready to take your referral strategy to the next level? Are you ready to start attracting deals? Referrals are the greatest deals that we can ever get as a car salesman. I'm gonna show you how to add 10 to 20 car deals like clockwork and change your business forever. Let's go! Okay guys, let's jump into it. This referral strategy is a game changer. For 10 years, I used this strategy and it was one of those little key ingredients that changed my career. It took me to being one of the top car salesmen in the history of the car business. For 10 years, I flat out dominated, was able to make millions of dollars in this car business, but you got to have these little strategies, okay? So there's a few videos that you're seeing on my channel that I've just recently dropped for car sales that I want you to go study. I want you to go understand. And once you see this little strategy, you're gonna see how different it is compared to your strategy, and you're gonna see how life-changing it is. All right guys, so referrals, listen, let's imagine that you're at 10 cars, okay? You're at 10 cars right now. I just was on the phone with somebody and I was talking to him, I'm like, hey, what's your referral strategy? And he said the same thing as every salesman says. He's like, I wait 24 hours and then I call them and I tell them how much I love them and then I ask them for somebody and I'm like, how many do they send you? And he's like, he's thinking about it. I'm like, they don't send you any. He's been in car sales for 8 months and he's not getting any referrals. He's at 8 cars and he's like, Ian, man, this job is not worth it to sell 8 cars. I'm like, I know. I had to figure out ways to sell 60 to 70 because I wanted to make real money, okay? And in order to rise through these ranks, this video that I just dropped yesterday is gonna talk about those ranks that you gotta rise through, and this one is how you go to the second level. If you wanna sell 20 to 40 cars, all you're really looking at is lead acquisition. Okay, so I want you to write that word down. Lead acquisition. Lead acquisition is so important. At every level, you're gonna need bigger lead acquisition. When you start getting to like 40 and 50 cars, well then you're gonna have to start buying your time back, which was in the previous video, and you're gonna have to get some help. But early on, we gotta build a foundation. Everybody wants to be the legend, but first you gotta master being good, okay? Then you gotta master being great, okay? And then you're gonna master being legendary, okay? This is 10 to 20 cars. This is 20 to 40 cars. This is 50 to 70 plus cars, okay? So let's talk about mastering this strategy, which in order to go to any one of these, you're gonna have to be able to get massive customers. You're gonna have to become a pro at lead acquisition. When I was first getting into sales, I was looking around, I'm like, all these guys just stand around and they look like they don't really enjoy this and they look like they don't really have the lives that they want. And I started thinking creatively. Your job when you're listening to these videos is to start getting creative and thinking about how you can implement these into your business so you can think different than everybody else. I didn't want to be like everybody else. I wanted to do something way bigger and better, so I was always investing in myself. I was always going to conferences. I was always doing things that I saw like realtors do and other people in other industries, and that mindset kept me dangerous, okay? So this first referral strategy is mind-blowing. That kid, he's telling me how he does the referral game. He's not really getting that many referrals. What if I could tell you from 10 to 20 cars, you don't have to do really a lot of hard work. It's just answering the phone and doing what I'm about to show you to do. This is not a whole lot of extra work. These are a thing we're calling attracting deals, okay? Attracting deals, attracting. We're gonna attract customers. We're not just gonna chase them, we can attract them. And we can do this in a way where it optimizes our time. So if we're gonna work 50 hours a week, dude, let's get paid for it, all right? So here's how we're gonna do the first referral strategy, and then I'm gonna get into a little bit of a marketing strategy to really attract pretty heavily, okay? So the first part of this strategy, okay, I want you to write this down. This is gonna be super key. First, you have to have gone through our training and you have to be memorable. You have to have created an experience. The foundation of referrals is what? The customer really loved you. The customer really enjoyed you. Listen, guys, in sales right now, there's a lot of people walking around, they got no passion. They got no heart. And then you ask for a referral. You think that they want their family to go through what you just showed them? Hell no, man. Listen, this strategy will never work unless you're alive, you're excited about your job, you're on fire, you're having fun, you believe, you got hope, you got faith, man. You know what could happen in this business if you get really good. I wanted to get paid like a doctor, man, and this business helped me get paid like a doctor, okay? Even better than most doctors. I'm telling you, it can happen for you, and that was the energy that I always put into this thing. Like, man, I'm gonna go out here and serve these people really well. Sales isn't something you do to somebody, it's something you do do for somebody, something you do for them. I'm serving them. Look for every opportunity to make this experience truly phenomenal. Like, are you giving gift bags when they're leaving, things that you bought for them? Listen, when their kids are coming in, do you got coloring books by your desk and you're giving them coloring books? Do you got little cars? You guys have heard about my Hot Wheels strategy. I had cars just stapled to the wall in my office, and when they came in, I'd say, hey kid, you want a car? And they're like, oh my God, yeah. And they were excited. You got to create experiences within these customers to make these referral strategies really work. Now, most salespeople, they're asking for a referral after the sale. They're asking for a referral. Hey, do you know 2 customers that I could potentially reach out to? That shit's so old, man. Guys, would you agree that 90% of customers that are coming in today have bought a car? Okay, and most of you have the same tired ass language that we had 15 years ago. It doesn't work, okay? They know that. They don't want to give you to their friends. They don't want your friends. They don't want their friends calling them saying, why'd you give a car salesman my number? Nobody wants to refer you that way. It's just not going to happen. This is a better way, but this is how pros think. We think in investing in our customers. Investing, okay? Write that word down. We're gonna invest a little bit of money, maybe $300, $400, $500, not a lot, but we're gonna get a big return. You gotta spend money in order to make money at the next level of this game. These 10 customers you've done a great job for, they love you. They're like, man, this guy he really cares. You can tell when somebody's got progress in their eyes. You can tell when somebody's studying. You can tell when somebody's training. You can tell when somebody's investing in themselves because they're acting different. They got different behaviors. Your beliefs are shaped by your behaviors. So in order to have new behaviors and get new results, you need new beliefs. How do you do that? Invest in training, grow, and become a different person. Okay, when these people have gotten a great experience from you, here is what you're gonna do. This is the magic sauce, okay? And these little things, if you could get really good at them, they're what change your career. When you're sitting with this customer loved you, they're getting ready to go to finance, you have a piece of paper, and your paper says your name, Scotty's Car Sales, and it says oil change program. You're gonna go to your general manager and you're gonna say, hey, I wanna buy 20 oil changes, wholesale 20 oil changes from you guys so I can start investing in my customers. What kind of deal can I get on them? He's gonna tell you 18, 20 bucks, okay? You're gonna say, okay, I'll buy 10 of them. Can you AR me? You're gonna figure that out. If you get blocked at that level, he's like, oh, I don't want to wholesale them to you or something. Okay, you're a salesman. Figure it out, okay? Don't just stop and be like, yeah, your strategy didn't work, Ian. Listen, man, my strategy has worked for thousands of salespeople that have sold over here in the great and in the legendary, okay? But they're extraordinary, and what they do is they don't let anything stop them. So figure out how to buy these oil changes for your customers. These people, when you talk to them and you give them this piece of paper, you're gonna say, hey, check this out, and it's not gonna sound salesy, okay? You're gonna say, hey, there's 2 lines right here. You can write down the name and cell phone and email of 2 of your friends. What we like to do is introduce them to our service department. Our service department's amazing. They're world class. You probably just walked them through service because you should have. That's part of your CSI. And you're gonna say, hey, we're just gonna give 2 of your friends oil changes to introduce them to our service department. Just write down 2 names. They're always gonna write down 2 names, okay? I've never really had anybody not do it, but I also don't act like a baby. I'm not like, hey, would you, I'm not like, oh, this is a sell, I'm selling them. I'm like, hey guys, listen, this is super cool. I always give 2 oil changes to introduce your friends to service. Just write down their name and phone number. It says the oil change program. It says my name. I give it to them. They write it down. I put it in my binder. I have a binder next to my desk. It's for my oil change people. I call them, okay? If I had 2, I sold 10 cars. Now I have 20 people to talk to that live in the area, and everybody's in the market for a car. You're like, no, they're not, Ian. You're stupid. They are in the market for a car. Everybody's in the market for the car. Everybody's in the market for a deal. Everybody is. 100% of people if you're a real sales guy. And back in the day, you had to be a real sales guy. For the last 3 years in COVID, you didn't have to be a real sales guy. You could just walk in and make some money. Now it's changed, man. You better be good. And if you're good, you'll separate yourself from everybody else because most people aren't. So people are going to see it in you, okay? And that's how they refer you, and that's how you be great. What you're gonna do is you're gonna reach out to these 20 people and you're gonna say this word track. You're gonna say, hey, this is Ian from XYZ Toyota. Your friend Caleb just bought the new RAV4 here. You've probably seen it or you will. It's freaking sweet. He put you in to win a free oil change. You did. We would like to have you come in the next few weeks, next few months, whenever works for you. I don't know what the miles are on your car or what your oil change looks like, but we'd love to include that for you. It's complimentary. It's totally free, Mr. Customer. When would work for you to come in and claim that free oil change so I can put you in the system? They're like, yeah, shoot, I was just thinking about getting a free oil. I was just thinking about getting an oil change. Here's what you're gonna say. Perfect, okay? I've got your name, I've got your phone number, I've got your email. I just need to know one thing. How many miles are on the car? What type of car is it? They're like, it's a 2023 Ford Explorer. Okay, and then next thing you know, you're gonna say how many miles? They're gonna say it's at 48,000 miles. Oh, wow, you're kidding me, Colombo. Oh my gosh, you're kidding me. That's crazy. You know, this morning, my general manager, when he was talking to us, he was talking about buying cars from the auction and paying a lot of money for cars that kind of fit that demographic. This is kind of crazy, kind of unique. While you're here getting an oil change, would you mind if we took a look at that car and put a number on it? Like, would you mind? I mean, you're gonna be here anyways, right? What you're gonna find out if you say it with the right confidence, with the right belief, and it is the truth, because we do want to buy every car. Every dealership does, so we will pay them a great amount of money for their car. You can say that. We're not gonna give them some giant freaking astronomical figure, but we wanna say, hey, we can give you some great money for your car. Would you be interested in knowing what that is while you're here? I mean, it kind of fits. You get a free oil change anyway, so would you wanna know? They're gonna say yeah or no. Here's how you handle it if they say yes. Here's how you handle it if they say no. If they say yes, you're gonna say, perfect, let's get you scheduled. You're gonna schedule it. When they get there, you're gonna say, text me before you get here so I can walk out and get the oil change done with the service advisor, okay? You might need to go meet with service and figure out what the handoff of the coupon looks like, or maybe you gotta put your credit card on file, whatever, okay? When you spend this $400 a month to get these 20 leads, you're gonna make that in one car deal. So don't even sweat it. It's gonna come back to you. It's easy. When that customer's out in service, you're gonna walk around the car with them, do the same thing, build some rapport with them. They already said they wanna know what the number is. And you're gonna say, Mr. and Mrs. Customer, let's say that my general manager, Doug, comes out, he looks at this Ford Explorer and he just loves it because, gosh, it kind of is perfect for what we're looking for. Let's say he comes out and he's excited about it. You know, what would you guys drive home in? Would it be like something bigger, something smaller, something with the warranty, because the warranty's almost up? Like, what would it be? Some cheaper, different payment? Like, what would it be? Here's what they're gonna say. They're gonna tell you exactly how to sell them a car. They're gonna say, yeah, we've been thinking about something bigger. Boom. All right, perfect. Let me let him know that the car's here so he can take a look at it real quick while you guys are getting the oil change. And me and you guys will walk out and we'll take a look at a few things. You walk them to the lot. Listen, man, if I got a hold of 20 people and I got all 20 of those people in within 30 days, okay, that's gonna equal at least 8 to 10 car deals. At least 8 to 10 car deals. You gotta have these buckets of your business. Look, service, you got Facebook, you got outbound, you got all of these different lines of business. Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, you got little lines of business. 5 here, 5 here, 5 here, and they just start dropping in. That's how you get to 40. That's how you get to 50. You build these lines of business that you can rely on, and that way you're not riding the roller coaster of sales where your paycheck goes up and your paycheck goes down. Your paycheck goes up, BDC gets mad at you, your paycheck goes down. Okay? You gotta have reliable lines of business, okay? So let's go back to here. You've walked them out, you're gonna sell them a car, okay? Super freaking simple. I've done thousands of these deals, super easy. What you're gonna see is you start adding circles of people, because remember, this was a referral from somebody. You sell them, now they're at the same parties with people. Next thing you know, you just start dominating your backyard. That's how you become the local legend. That's how you become the person that's known as this car guy. That's how, you know, the end of my career, it was honestly the easiest ever. The last like 5-6 years of my career, I worked 4 days a week, you know, sold 50, 60 cars. And I mean, it wasn't even that hard. Everything was referrals. Everything was my Facebook strategy. I had an assistant in place and I just was making it rain, okay? But you gotta get there. You gotta get known. You gotta get in front of people. You gotta build a reliable business in order to do that, okay? So check this out. Let's say they say no, okay? I'm not interested. Hey, no big deal. We just want you to come down and you know, get your free oil change, so it's no big deal. What time can you come in? How many miles are on the car, blah, blah, blah. And then you're just gonna get them there. Now check this out. You're still gonna take a run at them. Text me when you get there, walk out, it's the same thing, and you're gonna say this word track. Hey guys, you know, love the car. You know, I know that when we were on the phone, you guys weren't really interested in, you know, like us buying the car or trading it or anything like that, but I mean, he has just asked me a couple of times when he saw this car coming through service that he's just really interested in it. Guys, I don't know if you'd want like a payment that's a little bit less. I don't know, you know, if you just really just love this car so much. But can I ask you, are you 70% happy with it, 60% happy with it, 80% happy with it? I'm not like, are you 100% happy with it? Because then they're gonna say, yeah, I'm 100% happy. I'm like, are you guys like 80% happy, 70, 80? They're like 80. I'm like, what would it be to get it to 100? And they're like, well, it didn't have this. Boom, that's my in. Look, there's a little crack to the castle, and there's these bricks. And we're trying to get them to say that they're not fully happy with it. So I'm talking to them, and I'm like, hey, are you like 40, 50, 60, 70% happy with the vehicle? You know, by the way, we're just checking it out. We're outside in the service department. And as I'm talking to them, I'm like, guys, so thankful for you guys to come in. They're gonna get you all set. Hey guys, this vehicle right here, are you guys, I know you guys are happy with it. You know, I talked to you on the phone. Are you guys like 70, 80% happy with it? 90? They're like 70. I'm like, what, just out of curiosity, what would take it to get to 100? They're gonna tell you. And that little crack to the castle is that little imperfect brick that's our way into the castle. That's our little Trojan horse. We're gonna go in there and freaking explode that castle. That's how we're gonna get into there, okay? But we gotta know what it is, okay? So now they've told you, you're out there and you're like, gosh, you know, what you just said, we're actually able to fix. Like, this isn't even that hard for us. We've got cars that would make you 100% happy. Your car right now is worth the most that it's ever gonna be. We're not lying to them. Guys, I'm selling with integrity every single time, okay? We're not lying to them. Either way, we're gonna give them their oil change. Either way, we're gonna serve them. Either way, we're here for them. Either way, we are their friend, okay? Either way, 100%. But we can still sell them something, okay? They say, yeah, we're just not interested. I got it, guys. One more run. Don't freaking give up. Guys, let me ask you this. If your house was worth 200 grand and you were 80% happy with the neighborhood you lived in, and somebody came by and said, hey, we'd give you 250 grand for your house, wouldn't you just want to know what it is? Like, wouldn't you want to just know? Well, yeah, that's what they're going to say every time. Well, that's what this is. What we'd like to do is just let you know, before there's any dips in the market or anything, about like what your car's worth. And if you like something out here, like just what kind of deal we can make. You guys are going to be here for 30 minutes anyways. Do you guys just want to walk out here, take a look at a couple cars with me, and then we'll tell you what your car's worth? And most of the time you'll get them to say yes. If they say no and you can't make it happen, it's okay. Listen, you're gonna pay for 5, 6, 7, 8 oil changes a month that maybe don't go through. But you're also gonna get 5, 6, 7, 8 people to say yes off of your 10 cars, and that's gonna be your extra paycheck. That's your extra bonus. That's an extra 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 grand a month, just like that, okay? So we're not saying, do you know anybody that would be happy purchasing a car? We're like, no, man, reciprocity, okay? Reciprocity, guys, let me show you something, okay? Your customers, it's like an ATM. A lot of you guys right now, you're just withdrawing from the ATM every single time. Give, take. You gotta learn to give. You gotta learn to put something into that ATM, okay? It's like when your customers are first coming into the lot. Some of you, the first time that they get to see your face is right when they walk in. Instead of like right when you get off the phone with them, you're like, hey, this is my face. This is who I am. I can't wait to see you coming in. You know, by the way, I know that you guys are coming in at 5 o'clock. I'd love to have dinner ready for you. There's a Chick-fil-A across the street. I can have you some Chick-fil-A sitting here. If you'd like that, just text me back and let me know what type of Chick-fil-A you'd like. Me and my store can go right over there and get that for you. Would that be cool? Love to get that for you and your kids so you're not hungry, waiting on dinner or something like that. Guys, you know how many dinners I bought for clients? Listen, I get off the phone with somebody, I'm like, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Customer, great to get to know you. You're coming in at 2 o'clock. I know it's after lunchtime. A lot of times people are tired. A lot of times people want coffee. There's a Starbucks right across the street. I'd love to get your wife coffee. I'd love to get you coffee. Could I do that for you? They tell me no. I'm like, man, listen, my wife, if you were at our house, she'd feed you. So we gotta get you something. Like, I gotta get you something. Water, coffee, an empty cup, something. Reciprocity. I take a picture of the water and the coffee before they're coming in. I send it over to them 15 minutes before their appointment, just getting your coffee to the right temperature. I hear salespeople all the time, they're like, man, 40% of my customers don't show up. I'm like, what? 100% of mine did. You know why? Because when I send that to them, I send them the video, I talk to them about their family, I know their family's coming in, I know their kids are coming in, I'm like, hey, let's get your kids some cake pops. They're like, oh, that'd be great. This guy's amazing. in their heart, they're feeling like I'm the right person already. There's no salesperson that's doing that. I'm onboarding them a different way. I'm making them excited. I'm giving them some value. I'm sending them a picture. I'm sending them a video of me. Hey guys, great to get to meet you over the phone. You guys are phenomenal. I'll have that car pulled up, cleaned up, gassed up, and ready so we can just make this an easy experience. Also, I'm gonna have that coffee ready for you guys too. I'll have it to the right temperature. I'll text you guys right before you're coming in. Here's the address. Can't wait to see you. You can park right here. This is my parking spot because I'm the top salesperson here. So it'll be coned off, ready for you. I had my own parking spot. You probably don't, but you could get your own parking spot if you start crushing and investing in your customers. But that type of interaction with the client, I'm telling you, is the game changer. Okay? If you want to build a brand, your brand is your reputation in the marketplace. It's how customers talk about you. It's how customers perceive you. It's also how your dealership perceives you. You want to get more leads from the dealer? Do more than everybody else. I was the house mouse. I got all the dealership leads. You know why? Because no other manager in the world wanted their customers with anybody but me. Okay? People were like, oh, I don't want to be the house mouse. I'm like, you're an idiot, dude. Listen, man, I was serving the customers so good. Every manager in the world wanted me to deal with their friends and family. Everybody. It was the easiest deals ever because I really cared. You got to care. If you're not doing it, if you don't care about any of this, just go back to Walmart. That's where you need to be, like for real. Like, because you can stand there and greet people and be like, hey, and spread that shitty energy. But in this, you got to really care. You got to really want it, okay? All right, second strategy, okay? That's going to give you, if you're selling 10, if you're selling 20, it doesn't matter. If you're selling 10, that should give you 20 customers minimum because you're going to get 2 customers every single time, 2 customers. If you're selling 20, that should take you to at least 40 car deals because you're gonna get an additional 40 leads. So naturally you should be able to close 10 to 20 deals. That's gonna take you there. Super simple. Next strategy, okay? We've got to get people to know us. Money follows movement. Money follows attention. Money follows the person who's known in the marketplace, okay? So, secondly, you're gonna tag every customer on Facebook. Right now on the screen, you're seeing a bunch of branding and market training that I've done lower in my YouTube videos. Go through those. I'm gonna go through this strategy really quick, but I've got a bunch of them on my channel, okay? And you can reach out to me. I coach salespeople on these, and these are kind of the junior strategy. I'll teach you advertising 17 different ways to get a customer, but these 2 are the easiest, and they're the cheapest, and they're the fastest to help you grow, okay? That's why I'm teaching you these. Tag the customer on Facebook. Okay, everybody does that, Ian. Yeah, but they don't do it right. Tag them. What you're gonna do is you're gonna sit with that customer, you're gonna be like, hey, Mr. Mrs. Customer, I want to be friends with you guys for life. You guys are amazing. I'd love to tag you on Facebook and just share your experience. Would that be cool? They're going to say yes. Perfect. Take a picture. Make it fun. Make it unique. Make it sick. Make it awesome. Make it, really cool. Maybe brand that picture. Make it awesome. Okay? Now, here's the difference between a good salesman, a great salesman, and a legend. Legends think different. Legends are creative. Legends operate a lot differently than everybody else. Okay? So there's this thing called likes to leads, okay? I've taught some of the top salespeople in the country and they've sold 40 to 50 cars just from this, including myself, okay? When I tag them, I'm gonna write a post that's amazing. And it's not like, oh, congratulations on your Explorer. Nobody gives a shit about that. This is their first opportunity for their family to see that new car. This is the minute that they bust bugs, you better be posting that video, posting that live with them. It could be a live, it could be a picture or a video, doesn't matter. If they got a personality, I go live with them and tag them. If they've got, if you just want to take a picture with them, then just take a picture with them. It doesn't matter. But however it is, you need to tag them. And then you need to write transformational ad copy, not transactional ad copy. Transformational, it's like this. I know that this guy, he's a great dad. I'm very aware. I know this guy works really hard for his family. I'm going to say, Johnny is a great guy. Man, one of the best dads that I've ever seen, truly inspired me today, just by the love for his family, just by who he is, just by how he operates, and just by how hard he works. He came in today and got his family a brand new Explorer so his wife could be really safe. Congratulations to the Martinez family. I'm super happy for you guys. I'm looking forward to being friends with you guys for life. And then I put something right below. Text me. Text me if you ever need any questions, sales, service, anything. I got your back. You're a car guy for life. My tags underneath, they know where I'm at. They can quickly see that. Now, you're naturally going to get people that just text you. It's crazy. It's awesome. Secondly, this is their first chance for their friends to see that they bought a new car. You better make sure it's on their page. Now what happens is they're all starting to like it. People from your area. You got 2 referrals from them. Now we're gonna go maximize this area and pick up this fruit that's just sitting there, this gold, okay? So their friends start to like it. You're gonna go through and look at all those likes because you can click it and like it, look real quick right there. Now you can look at all their friends, the ones that are in your area, add them, and you're gonna send them a simple video. Hey Johnny, thank you for liking our mutual friends post. This is a word track, I can say it the same way every time. Thank you for liking our mutual friends post, Caleb. I really appreciate you. You're amazing. I know he really appreciated it. Thank you for your support. Now you can't say it like a baby. You can't be like, hi, thank you. No, come on, man. Give them some energy. Show them like you're somebody that they would like to hang around, somebody that they like to be around, somebody that they're gonna relate to. They're gonna get caught in your spider web and they will buy from you. Watch. If that one post gets 70 likes, most of them are gonna be in your area. If you send out 70 videos, which would take you, they're 30 seconds of video, it'd take you an hour standing out front of the store. You're not gonna do it in a closet. You're not gonna do it at your desk. You're gonna do it walk around the lot. And this is gonna be every day, because if you sold one car the next day you come in, you're naturally gonna make however many likes there were, you're gonna thank all their friends. Send the video. Caleb, thank you for supporting our mutual friend Jimmy, purchasing a car from me. I really appreciate you. If you ever need anything from me, you just reach out to me. I got your back. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Have a great day. Boom. Out of those 70 likes, you're gonna find 2 laydowns. 2 laydowns that are like, hey, I wanna have a conversation. Our goal is to have conversations. Our goal is to get in front of more customers. Our goal is to start to interact with them. Also, all 70 of these people that you added, now they're following you. So now you have eyeballs. You have these little eyeballs that are following you. Some of them are gonna convert right away. This guy, he's gonna convert. Some of them are gonna convert right away. Some of them are gonna convert over the next 2-3 months. They're little apple trees that are growing, that are sprouting. They remember that picture, that video you sent them. They remember how different that is. Most of them, can I tell you something? They're in sales. And when you see a good sales guy, what do you want to do? You want to buy from that person. You're like, damn, this guy's good, man. Shoot, I'm going to use that strategy. And you like it, and then you follow them. They see your daily deal that we talk about in our training. They naturally just start seeing what you do. They're seeing your stories. They're following along. Money follows energy. Money follows attention. Money follows movement. Money follows the person that's not obscure in the market, which means hidden. Money follows the person that you can see as the authority. Money follows the expert. Money follows success. You must show them that you're successful, that you're doing things. That's why we're going to post every customer, okay? And then we're gonna send that like to lead video, thanking them, appreciating them, telling them if they need anything to let you know. And when you do that, here's what happens. You're gonna sell to their friend circle, okay? So you're gonna sell to their friend circle, and what's gonna happen is their friend's gonna see, this is their friend circle, this was the original buyer right here, and then you tagged him on Facebook. This is him, he loves you, he's happy, he'll brag at some dinners for you. And then this is their friend right here that buys a car from you. Oh my gosh, he's happy too. They hang out on Saturdays. They're like, you bought a car from him? Oh my God. You send him a referral check, now he's happy. He's building your brand, and then next thing you know, you tag him. You're naturally gonna sell one of his friends, and he's gonna be happy. You're gonna sell to him, and then it just is a domino effect. And then when you do this with 70 different customers over the months and months and months, you stack these friend circles around that people know you and they're talking about you everywhere you go. And it just starts to have a freaking mind of its own. And then next thing you know, man, you're like me. I was so overwhelmed with referrals and people reaching out that I hired an assistant at 40 Cars. And I'm like, I need help. Like I can't respond to all these different people. I can't run credit outs for all these people that some of them don't know if they're gonna get approved. Let's make Friday bad credit day, run all their apps to one day, then I'll get them approved. I'll go over the car with them before they even get here. We'll line that up. I would sell 7 to 10 cars on that day just for that day. I'm not telling you to do that right now. What I'm telling you is I had to start structuring my business because it started getting so big and there started to be different components happening, but I couldn't do that unless I had a brand. I couldn't do that unless I had lead acquisition. I couldn't do that unless I had a presence on Facebook. I couldn't do that unless I was a good salesman. So if you want to go from 20 to 40, you got to be a great salesman. You got to be training. You got to be able to close any deal on the spot. You got to be able to know how to talk to your managers. Your managers got to be able to trust you. You've got to have a referral strategy. You've got to be able to do that. Once you get from 20 to, let's say, 30 cars, the difference between going to 30 to 40 to 50, the only difference is you're going to need more lead acquisition, and you're gonna need a little bit of help. And that's gonna be where you can start to progress in the strategy. I don't teach people that yet. I mean, you can see I've taught it to hundreds of people, but I teach that strategy when you start getting up until the 30, 40 car mark, because then you can start to bring on help. You can start to talk to your dealer in a way where they can understand, but don't worry about all that if you're not there yet. If you are there, you need to reach out to me and we need to talk to you specifically, because you already know what I'm talking about. And you know, you're like, fuck man, I can't work any harder. I'm at 35 cars. Okay, now you can go into Facebook advertising. That's not hard. Now you can get a website. You can do things like that. You can now reach out and you can have somebody calling on service customers. You can teach them how to do it. Okay, there's different ways. I had somebody calling on all the service customers. They would get them interested. They would get them to say, yes, I want to talk. And then I would come in and close them down. Super easy. Appointment setter. Not that hard to do, okay? But you got to master the referral game. That's step number one. If you can master what I just showed you, it's a different way of thinking. You've never heard anybody talk about it that way ever, because most people haven't scaled to 60, 70 cars. Most people don't even know what that even means. Some don't even want to do it. Most people are lazy. I just was a person who wanted to be different than everybody else. I wanted to make more money than everybody else. And I honestly knew if I was going to trade my time for money, I was going to trade it for the most money possible. So I was always the most obsessed. I was always willing to grow the most, and I was always willing to do the work. So if you're an obsessed salesperson like me and you relate with me, I would love for you to text me, 480-780-2203. If you're committed, if you want to come run with me, if you want to get on some Zooms and do some private training, we can do that. Obviously, we teach that at an even higher level. But more than anything, don't get off of this and not execute it. Because if you just did this one thing, dude, you owe me 10 grand, like for real, because you're instantly gonna make an additional 10 grand within the next 30 days, 45 days. If you just do this one strategy right. Facebook, tagging them, making sure you do the likes to leads, super, super simple, outside of your dealership, everyone that comes through, and then secondly, referrals, okay? Making sure that that's dialed in, making sure you're investing in them, making sure that you're different than everybody is how you get paid differently than everybody else, okay? Don't do the same effort as everybody else or you're gonna get paid the same as everybody else. Don't be the sheep that's just following them, right off the cliff. Be the black sheep that's doing some things a little bit different, that's adding value, that really wants to be great. Because if you do that, this business will change your life like it did mine. It's not worth doing if you're not gonna do it great. It's not worth doing if you're gonna be average. It's not worth doing if you just sign up to make, average money. I'm signing up to make great money. And in order to do that, you're gonna need great skills. In order to do that, you're gonna have to want to be great up here. So do this strategy and it should easily double your business. And do me one favor, This is all I'm asking. I don't care if you reach out, don't care if you train with us. Just send this to a fellow salesman that needs to learn this. It could change the way that they do business forever. So like, share, subscribe. We drop videos every day. You'll be the first to know and elevate your skill. Appreciate you. See you in the next video. All right, guys, you're the true 1%ers. You made it to the end of the video. Let's go. Like, comment so we know who you are down below, and then share this video to somebody else who needs it. And also turn your notifications on because we got the fire coming every single day. Amazing. We'll see you at the next video. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Is that how you spell referrals? Good thing they don't pay you in sales to know how to spell. They just pay you on knowing how to make that money. How do you spell it?